Twisted Timber Tree Stands presents Faded Camo, Stories of the Hunt.
Right, here it is, opening day in Minnesota. Tim and I are headed to one of our favorite spots on the farm. We planted a food plot middle of August, and I tell you what, the thing is looking absolutely awesome, and there are some tremendous deer back there too. Tim's running the camera tonight. He's being a nice guy. You're running the camera for me, yeah, Tim? But anyway, we're headed to the farm right now, so we will catch up to you when we get there, all right? Spot, and the food plot is looking absolutely awesome. They're browsing the crap out of it, and right behind us we just seen the first scrape of the year. I mean, this is an incredible looking spot. Absolutely incredible night we had tonight. We had a big shooter come out, and when he came out, he was pushing around a couple other littler deer and one little buck. He didn't like those deer being out in the food plot, so he chased him off. When he did that, he ran back in the woods, so we haven't seen him since. But anyway, we're going to be back in this stand tomorrow, guarantee it. I'll be behind the camera, and Tim's going to be in the hot seat, so we'll see you tomorrow night in the same place. Close out our second night of the 2016 archery season, and it's been off to a great start. This food plot right here is working just like we wanted it to. The deer are coming out. They're super comfortable. The numbers are great. We are having a lot of fun. The first night Paul was hunting, saw that great shooter buck come out. I mean, just a really good 2 nights in the stand. Hopefully this sets up for what the season is going to be for us this year. It should be a good year in 2016. All right, here it is, Saturday, September 24th. I'm heading out to the deer stand tonight for an evening hunt. I'm going to go to the same place that I was last night. This stand sits over an alfalfa field. It's bordered by corn. What I saw last night walking in there, the corn is hammered by the deer. When they came out last night, they skipped the alfalfa and went right to the edge of the corn and worked that whole edge there. It's a really good spot. It's secluded way in the back of the farm. It has no pressure at all. We haven't run cameras back there, nothing this year. We hunted there a little bit last year. We've had some good bucks back there. Last year we had a good 11 point. We haven't seen that deer yet, so we're still looking for him. He's got to be around somewhere on the farm, I would think. And I'm hoping he blew up this year. It was a beautiful 3.5-year-old 11 pointer last year. Don't know what he is this year. Hope to catch up with him. But we had a good night last night. Had a few bucks come out, some does. I'm in 345, so if a doe comes out tonight, I'm going to fill my tag tonight. Let's hope that happens. Anytime I want to fill the tag, that's when the does seem to disappear, but we'll see what happens. So we're going to get out there. It's a great, cool evening, about 65 degrees, maybe a little warmer, but we got a front coming through tonight right around 10 o'clock, midnight. So we're hoping that gets the deer on their feet this evening, gets them out there feeding. Should be a good night. We hope to see some deer. Let's get out there. It's just about 6:30. If anything's going to happen, it's going to happen pretty soon. The sun sets at 7 o'clock. Gives us about an hour, about 45 minutes to an hour left to hunt. So we're going to quiet up. It's going to happen. It's going to happen now. Last night they came out at about 6:30, so we're going to quiet it up. Well, that happened super fast. She walked out. There was another doe with her that didn't want to come out, moved back a little bit. And this one was just standing there, a little worried, but gave me the opportunity to pull my bow back, and sure enough, it was a good shot. It was a complete pass-through. She ran like crazy down the edge of this, or down the alfalfa, and then she went in, down, I know, right where she went in, so hopefully she didn't go too far. Finally got my doe tag filled for 345. We haven't had a doe tag in a while down here, so these does just taunt us all night, every night, and finally felt good to let an arrow go, so we're going to quiet it up. You never know, it could be the night. Alright, we found the arrow, and it looks good. There's a lot of blood. You see an arrow that looks like that, you pretty much guarantee you got a dead deer somewhere, so let's head down there. We're going to try to find out where she went in the woods, and hopefully she didn't go too far. Yep. So it wasn't hard to find the blood. There's a trail right here that we actually have a stand. We got a stand right inside the woods here, so we're pretty familiar with this area. I saw her run in here. All we did is walk down here. There's tons of blood. I guarantee this deer did not go far. So we're going to head in the woods here and see how far we got to go. Just heading right now. Can you see it? I wonder if you can see it on the camera. She's not far at all. She went literally 20 yards here. Perfect. Oh, there she is. Well, there she is. This is a big old mature southeastern Minnesota doe. September 24th. Last night we were in that same stand. We saw a lot of deer. We knew it was a good spot to harvest a doe. This is zone 345. We had the extra tag here, and we wanted to fill it right away, get some meat in the freezer, and move on. So really big deer here. This is a good doe. Super excited. It's been a great season so far. It's only a week into the season, and last weekend me and Paul were in the stand. We saw a ton of deer. Just a good time. And then to finish it off this weekend with this, and we still got the whole season ahead of us. It's going to be a great year, 2016. This should be a good show. Stay tuned. We got more hunting for you. Well, as you can see, the season is moving along great. We're having a good time here at Faded Camo. We're all out there hitting it hard. A couple nights ago, Jason Cushland, he shot a doe out in South Dakota. He's going to be out there for another week, hunting South Dakota hard. He's after a really big buck. Down south, Paul Brazil was out opening weekend. They saw a couple does. Those guys are going to be back at it next week as well. Mark Schwablander, quick update on him. Buffalo County, he was out there last weekend, had an encounter with one of his hitless deer. So the guys are out there hunting hard. Matt Lindenfelser, Jake Bjorklund, I want to update you on those guys as well. They're out in their food plot tonight, hunting over that plot. Saw a great buck, good 2.5-year-old. I think they opted to pass on that one though. And but just still, tons of deer out there. These guys are seeing them. They're hunting hard. It's a great year so far. Next week we got a special show for you. We're going to talk about this guy. We got a big deer drop tonight. I'm not going to tell you much more about it, but next week tune in to Faded Camo. We're going to talk about this guy and much more.
Oh my god. Dude, that was him.
He's done. He just went down 70 yards.